How's it going, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Let's Play The Guardian Legend. Now, I'm sure a lot of you were hoping to see the first episode of Classic Gaming for the Modern Gamer, which is going to cover this game. However, I figured since I'm going to play all the way through the game in order to finish that episode anyway, I might as well do a Let's Play of it while I'm in the process. So, this is going to be the start of what's going to probably be many videos going through this great game. As the backstory kind of fills in here, long ago an alien race sent a huge world hurtling towards the Earth, loaded with a cargo of mysterious life forms. You must battle your way deep within the alien world to destroy its vicious inhabitants. You are the Guardian of Earth, and your saga will become the Guardian Legend. This is a game that, like I said in the preview for Classic Gaming for the Modern Gamer, is probably my favorite game of all time. So we're going to go ahead and start a new game here, and it thrusts you straight into Area 0. Now, as you can see here, we have a basic shooter with quite a fast pace. The fact that I pretty much know right where the first asteroids come through doesn't, lend itself to how well I know this game at all. So one of the things that's very unique, and I'm sure you're noticing already as I'm playing through, is that you actually damage enemies as well when you strike them, as well as them obviously damaging you at the same time. This actually becomes really important when you get to later corridors, because there are certain enemies that actually take better damage from you running into them than from you trying to shoot them, as strange as that might be. So as we get closer to the end of the first corridor, things are going to slow down here a little bit. And now we're going to have a series of 8th century turrets to deal with. And here come the first two now. I'm usually able to get all 8 of these. Let's see if I can pull it off again here. 4, 5, going for 6. 6 got away. 7, 8. So I got all but 1. And this leads us to the first boss of the game already, only, minutes in here, which is basically a massive wall of sentry turrets. Now, right from the start here, this might not seem too bad. And really, it's not. And if it stayed this way, it wouldn't be too bad. But with every turret that you destroy, their rate of fire increases. So before you know it, they're shooting faster and faster, and dodging becomes close to impossible. I will definitely be taking some damage as this battle goes on. So we've got 4 of them down now. You do have to take out the little ones as well. Just gotta keep taking them down and taking the health power-ups where you can. Being able to shoot down their ammunition helps as well. Keep dodging. I do love this first boss music as well. All the music in this game is just awesome. This one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. And there we go. Area 0 is cleared, and we are going to fly inside of the planet. So we greet with this screen. If someone is reading this, I must have failed. This star Naju was our home, but we were invaded by evil life forms. Everyone except me was killed. I am going to try to activate the self-destruct device. If I fail, I would like you to do this so this cannot happen to any other race. The self-destruct mechanism is protected by a safety device, which is located in the underground corridors. Remove each seal and go deep inside Naju. If you destroy all 10 safety devices, the self-destruct sequence will be activated. I don't have much time. I hope this message will not be read by anyone. It will mean that I have failed. So we're going to go out into the main area now. And this area is kind of the central hub that the game is going to branch around. Accidentally go through the gate to the save room. Now right here is going to be the first of our power-ups. Those are some of the most important power-ups in the game. What those little, I call them zipper icons, do is they actually increase your rate of fire. Now we're going to go through up here, and this gets us our first, this will lead us to our first sub-weapon and our first shop. So we'll go ahead and grab that. I actually tend to not use most of the sub-weapons, but I'm going to try to use them throughout the course of this playthrough just to show them off. So now we're going to make a quick route around the central ring of the main area before we go to the next corridor. Basically, this area is kind of like a big circle, and there are different areas branching off of this, all of which require a key to get into. You get the keys by clearing specific corridors. Now, another great aspect of this game is there's kind of a leveling system to it, where as you make points, you will increase your health meter. Here we got another sub-weapon, that's the laser sword, one of the most powerful weapons in the game. And yes, you do get it right away, but you always have to be careful how you use them. And I will explain that a little bit later when we start using weapons. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. We're going to wrap around the corner here, and here we will fight our first sub-boss. Now, as far as sub-bosses go, these first couple of ones are extremely easy. This is just a green, I call them spiders, I'm not sure what the official name is. I could just sit here and blast it and it dies before I can even get to it, and we get another sub-weapon. So, we're going to head north. Here we'll pick up a red, I call them red landers. I think that's what the manual calls them too. Some people just call them smiley faces. Red ones are important because they actually increase your maximum chip capacity. And as you can see, my gun is a little wider now. Here we'll pick up another sub-weapon, and this one's important because I will actually use this against the Corridor 1 boss. So now we're going to head back to the right. Kill a few of these just for some score. These guys at this point in the game are killable, but it would take forever, so I'm not going to bother. They're not worth the points you would get out of them. Cut across this room. And we will get to our second of two sub-bosses. This one is also very easy to beat, but I'm going to take a few hits here just to show you how quickly the damage can stack up if you're not careful. There we go. See, I took, what, 5 hits there, and I'm already almost dead. Mind you, he won't hit me again, just because, you know, it's an Area of Zero sub-boss. They're no threat whatsoever. Now, every time he dies, I'm killing it before he can, but those little worm creatures I've been fighting here and there, it drops one of those whenever he goes back underground. I'm just popping it before I can actually move and even have a chance to attack me. And there we go. And we get a blue lander, which restores your health to full and increases it by 1 level. So now we're going to go back towards the start. And we're going to go back into that little shopping district. Here we will purchase one more sub-weapon. You know, these guys have always been kind of a contradictory existence to me, because, you know, you have to assume that they kind of know that you're here to blow this place up, and yet they are selling you weapons that will help you do it. I've always liked to believe that, it's never explained in the story or in the manual or anything, but I've always liked to believe that they don't like the way their home has been corrupted and would rather help you destroy it than see it fall. This screen is very important, but we will not be going back there for a long time. So we go north, and we go west, and we will come to the entrance to Corridor 1. Now, the main corridors from 1 to 10 all require you to do something specific to open the portal. In this case, you just shoot the door, and it takes us in, and we transform back into the ship, which was always one of the coolest things to me about this game as a kid. And now we start Area 1. So Area 1 starts with these fish enemies. We're just going to fly back and forth. I'll kill them all before they can even attack. Again, once, you know, not showing at all how much I play this game. Now we'll have some turrets start coming in, so we'll fly forward a little bit so I can take those out just a little bit quicker. This is very much one of those games where the closer you are to an enemy, the faster you shoot it, because your rate of fire is, you know, So we take these guys out. The seahorses can be very difficult to dodge simply because they move so quick. They fly out slowly, and then when they get above or below you, they dash in your direction. Like that. As far as things go, the first corridor itself is not all that difficult. It's basically just a matter of keeping moving and blowing up everything that comes at you. These guys are kind of the first enemies that can actually take some damage. He would actually keep tunneling through the ground and shooting at you as long as, you know, it takes for you to kill him. Little respite. Now we got some more fish. And another tunneler. This is one game where really you don't have to worry about every little hit that you take, especially early on. Later on, you would need to worry about it a little bit more, but at the same time, things are going to be coming at you so fast in later corridors that evading damage completely is just completely impossible. It just flat out cannot be done. One final tunneler. We are just about at the end of the corridor here. We got another wave of fish. Some of these spear turrets. And right up here, we are going to hear the siren go off. And it is time for our first boss battle. Well, second boss battle. I'm going to go ahead and pull the sub-weapon I'm going to use. Now here's where chip capacity comes important. You see how it says shot 100? Now as I use this weapon, a little misclick there, you saw that blue energy orb I shot. That's the weapon I'm using. The nice thing about it, as you can see, is you can shoot it horizontally. But as I've been firing it, it consumes power chips. So now I'm back to the basic shot. But the nice thing about it is that I can dodge from side to side, and I can shoot sideways, and it will take out multiple of the little shrimp projectiles that this guy shoots out at you. And there he goes down in quite fashion, and we get our first key, which is the moon key. So that brings the first corridor to a close, and with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap up this first episode of the Let's Play. We'll grab this sub-weapon that shows up here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. There's going to be more to come, plus the first episode of Classic Gaming for the Modern Gamer, hopefully not too far down the road either.